Welcome to ABTA's Travel Matters, our annual policy event which brings together the industry, the politicians and the civil servants to discuss the big issues of the day. The theme today was choices for growth. How do we grow our own business and also the contribution it can make to the economy? Today is the day that we've launched our own report, independently compiled, on the contribution that the outbound travel industry makes to the UK economy, all of which put us on the map as a very important part of the travel industry and a very important part of the UK economy. We had an interesting presentation from Graham Pickett from Deloitte about the economic landscape, which was actually more optimistic than it has been for several years in terms of numbers of people travelling and also consumer confidence. But there were also some sort of slightly worrying clouds on the horizon, and in particular he mentioned the whole question of capacity in the airline industry and the fact that there are very many, in his view, too many airlines competing for the market at the moment. And that was a point that was also picked up by one of our guest speakers, Andrew Swaffield, the Chief Executive of Monarch Group, who made the same point. The other big issue from the European point of view is, of course, our own EU referendum, which was brought up by quite a number of speakers, A, because it creates uncertainty in the short term, and B, I think there was a real sense that the travel industry could be very much disadvantaged if we were to decide to not be any longer within the EU. The other big issue of the day, which comes out of Europe, is of course the Package Travel Directive. We had a very good account from Robert Matiak, one of the senior Commission officials, about exactly what is now proposed under the new Package Travel Directive, and a good discussion from a variety of different industry players about how they see that. But I think the general consensus is that it is a step in the right direction, and that with the information provisions, consumers will be in a better place as a result of it. The last thing I would say, which a number of our speakers all addressed, was the infrastructure that needs to be in place for us to grow the travel business here. And the Minister for Aviation, Robert Goodwill, I think was very positive about seeing that need, about committing to it, not just in terms of rail infrastructure, but also recognising the need for new airport capacity and following through the recommendations that come from the Davis Commission, which is due to report and recommend very shortly. We had a number of MPs, all of whom actually agreed that the infrastructure was needed and seemed committed to forcing through the political process after the recommendation, which is very important because it will need consensus, it will need cross-party cooperation for that to happen. All in all, a very, I think, positive day, quite an optimistic view, recognising the challenges that are there, both within the UK and within Europe, but confident that we can overcome those challenges and continue to grow.
I think it's been an absolutely fantastic opportunity to not only learn, but to network and see familiar faces, but also to create new relationships with people within the industry. WTM is run by Reed Exhibitions. We're the largest event organiser in the world, exhibition organiser in the world, and obviously face-to-face and networking in a live environment is what we're all about. I think it's absolutely paramount to business, not only to create opportunities to do business, but also to learn and get an idea of what the industry is about, whatever that industry might be. And today is all about the travel sector.
I found it really, really useful. Even in the first hour or so, I'd got 3 or 4 really useful nuggets of information for my business.
Mostly it's the networking that I've enjoyed, meeting people, talking to people about what it means to be a retail travel agent in the high street in 2015.
So it's one of the conferences I look forward to because it's so relevant and up to date what's happening, and you really do get in front of the government officials and hear what they're thinking and how things are going forward. Everybody was speaking with one voice this morning about additional capacity on the runway, how essential it is for the whole economy of the country. So I think that has to be the way forward, us speaking as one voice and not deleting that.